Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, we are going to stick with the topic of the week here, the Earthshot Prize, or as I accurately call it, the Won't Give Earth a Shot Prize. And because, they hold up light years better than the the much less significant that they're out giving prestigious, that's what they call it, prestigious awards. And I truly, okay, please do not take this that I am out putting these people down. I mean, these guys are just stupid. They don't even know that a single use product is is environmentally abusive on its face. Doesn't matter if it decomposes. It's the nonstop manufacturing, gathering of ingredients, producing the packaging, putting it in packaging, and then it gets used and then it goes through a bunch of transportation. And then, of course, it has to get transported off to a disposal site. Okay, it's still single use. This is not a solution. And these people don't have a clue about that. Okay, now these people here, this lady from Africa, I mean, this guy from India, kudos to them. These people, I'm not sure what they do. This is pretty interesting down here with the carbon. However, the solution to the carbon is to not emit it. It's not to then have whole huge manufacturing processes which then eliminate it. Okay, that's not what we're looking for here. This is a whole nother huge manufacturing process. But let's go through these people and congratulations to all of them. Honestly, seriously, they're doing some good. Okay, but when the Earthshot Prize is out here yapping about it's so urgent. Okay, they're dealing with things that are taking care of minimal while they are refusing things that would take care of massive. Okay, so but hey, this guy right here, okay, good for him. Honestly, seriously, now I don't really know how this protects and restores nature. Okay, but this is KHEYTI out of India. That's the name of the company. It's a greenhouse in a box, and it's helping reduce climate risk and increase yields. But okay, but that's not restoring nature. You know who'd restore nature? The environmental educator. When we stop manufacturing to dispose of on a huge scale, and we, just simply turn off unused electricity and start having respect for the things that we have, we would we would achieve light years more. Light years more to protect and restore nature because we won't be dumping the toxins and the chemicals and the pollutants into our air and stream and water. Okay, so the environmental educator covers all of these categories. Okay, the environmental educator would solve most all of these problems. Okay, every one of them. These people are individual. Okay, but I would solve every one of them, and yet the Earthshot Prize won't give Earth a shot. They are proud to prevent it. But okay, back to this guy. Okay, so he's out here. He's building greenhouses. Okay, and in India, there's 1 million smallhold farmers, and the nation is one of the most climate affected in the world. It isn't everywhere. Okay, come on, people say that everywhere, every area. So this is a startup, and it's a simple solution that has already had considerable impact. The environmental educator would have massive betterment impact, but unallowed. Okay, but it says here that this it offers shelter from unpredictable elements and destructive pests, and they also train and support farmers to ensure their greenhouse is effective as possible. The results are dramatic. Plants in the greenhouse require 98% less water than those outdoors, and yields are 7 times higher. It's 98% cheaper than a standard greenhouse, and they are more than doubling farmers' incomes, helping them invest more in their farms and their kids' education. It's using less water and fewer pesticides. They are protecting the planet too. So, that's good. Okay, that's good. But you know what? Um, the environmental educator would do that on a global scale. Less toxins, less chemicals, less everything. But so far there's 1,000 farms have these greenhouse gases. He wants 5,000 to have one by 2027, and why not? And good for him. This is I'm sure huge over there in India, and it's obviously doing good, and especially just even helping people. Okay, so good for him, good for him. But again, in terms of what the Earthshot Prize is refusing to achieve. Okay, when this is such an urgent matter, and we're talking about a very isolated area that's benefiting right now, while you could implement solutions that would affect the globe massively for betterment. You're Mickey Mousing around. Okay, but look at this lady. Kudos to her. Okay, look at her. Does she just not look like one of the nicest, funnest people that you'd want to hang out with and probably do business with? And so this is in Africa. 700 million people use traditional cook stoves, which emit harmful chemicals and lack safeguards. And she came out with the Mukuru clean stoves that are different. So she grew up in a slum in Nairobi, and for years, she sold solid charcoal for fuel. The charcoal was a cause of regular respiratory infections for her and her neighbors. Then in 2012, her daughter was severely burned by a charcoal burning stove, and she looked for a better solution, and she came up with the Mukuru clean stoves. And they instead of burning dangerous solid fuels, these clean stoves use processed biomass made from charcoal, wood, and sugarcane. It burns cleaner, creating 90% less pollution than an open fire and 70% less than traditional cook stoves. They are cheaper too, costing $10 and having ongoing fuel costs. So, this woman is doing good. She's definitely doing good for her community, doing good for herself. Being an example that you can go out and just find something you want to make better and do it. Okay, but okay, but on a global scale, this is a clean air winner. Okay, the environmental educator would admit on a global scale all of everything that you're finding in Antarctica, in the most remote parts of the land of the world that get blown around the world in our polluted air that looks clean because these are invisible, but the environmental educator would do great on a massive global scale. But not allowed, not allowed. But good for her. I mean, she's doing good for her community. She's really helping out families. And does she not just look like a very nice, happy? She's got happy eyes. You gotta like people that have happy eyes. And now these women here, now okay, with the problems that our oceans are in, okay, I'm sorry. Again, the environmental educator would do light years more. The oceans, they say are warming. It's becoming a problem. It can shut down ocean circulation. The ocean absorbs CO2 like crazy. Again, the environmental educator would have way less CO2 in the atmosphere to be absorbing into the ocean. The overfishing. If anybody had allowed the environmental educator to end our disposable society, starting in November '93, the ocean garbage patch probably wouldn't even be there. Okay, but here we are. And these women of the reef, okay, I'm not really sure what they do, but they're indigenous, so that went in their favor, and they they are empowering each other to protect critical ecosystems, but it doesn't really say what they do. Although it does say that their work is vital. The data they have collected has given us critical insight into one of the most important ecosystems on the planet. They're custodians of the land. The rangers have also protected sites of great cultural and spiritual significance. So these are women rangers, and they're helping build the next generation of rangers. Okay, but yeah, you know, they're protecting sites of great cultural and spiritual significance. Now, nowhere in here does this really say what they're doing to protect the oceans. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these women rangers do, but except create a next generation of rangers. Oh, that's right. But well, they do encourage conservation by sharing knowledge and telling stories. Okay, so in comparison to what the environmental educator would do for the oceans, that's yeah, okay. Indigenous wins. Congratulations, we checked that box. Okay, and then we got these guys here. Okay, so they're actually it's pretty interesting. Okay, so they call themselves 4401 because that is the name of the molecular weight of carbon dioxide, 44.01, and it removes CO2 by mineralizing it. And so, right here, let me see. Okay, right here, their first project will mineralize 1,000 tons of locally captured CO2 every year until 2024. Oh, 1,000 tons a year. Okay. Okay, except that in 2021, right here, there was the top line green. I can't move the cursor down. It doesn't work. Like the top line green. Okay. There was 2021. Here, well, let me, got to get it. 41.06 billion tons emitted. Global CO2 emissions. Okay. And these guys are being rewarded for taking out 1,000 tons in a year when we emit 41 billion tons in 2021. Okay. Okay. So again, the Earthshot prize, dealing with minimal. Okay. What would the environmental educator do? Well, you know what? A ton is 2,000 pounds. Okay. And every gallon of gas you burn emits 20 pounds of carbon dioxide, the leading by volume greenhouse gas. So 1 ton would be burning 100 gallons of gas on average. Well, not even on average. Okay. Because most cars get less than 20 miles per gallon. So just burning 100 gallons of gas. How fast do you think the world goes through 100 gallons of gas? I don't know, in 0.000000000 something second. Yeah. So the environmental educator would be preventing I just, it would be astronomical amounts, over 1,000 tons a year of greenhouse gas emissions every single minute if we ended our disposable society and gained individual cooperation and educated people and got them living responsibly. Turning off 40% of our electricity use. Okay, estimated to be unused electricity, 40% of emissions gone right there. Ending our disposable society, ending the nonstop manufacturing, packaging, transportation, and disposal of everything we use, a nonstop, round the clock. You know how much CO2 that would reduce every minute of every day? Okay, more than 1,000 tons. But this guy is awarded for 1,000 tons a year. Okay. Okay, but hey, no, seriously. I went to their website, and this is kind of pretty cool. Look at them. We eliminate CO2. We provide a safe, cost-effective way of eliminating CO2 from the atmosphere. Okay, except if we were actually solving our environmental problems, we wouldn't be dealing with pumping a lot of money. And this is a whole nother huge process that we are now adding to the world's list of processes every day. Okay, to end up taking a minimal amount out, even though they intend on growing, still they're taking a minimal amount out in comparison to what we could stop from emitting. And the first thing you do when you go into surgery is you stop the bleeding. Okay, we're not stopping the bleeding. Earthshot refuses to stop the bleeding, like all environmental voices since November '93. Okay, so these guys, but they're eliminating huge process, a whole new thing. Okay, cost effective, natural. Okay, maybe when it happens in nature and we don't have a whole huge process forcing it, it would be natural. But it's fast, it's permanent, it's scalable, but it's also should not be being used. Okay, our efforts, 1,000 gazillion infinity% should be into eliminating emitting greenhouse gases. And this should never be happening. Okay, if we were serious about solutions, it would never be happening. But here's mineralization. I mean, it's kind of pretty cool. But it turns CO2 into rock. CO2, greenhouse gases extracted from the air and water, come out to these rocks here. And they say they're accelerating a natural process and they're inspired by nature. But right, that's what they're doing, is accelerating a natural process. They're forcing a natural process, and that's not natural. Okay, and it should be 100% not being used, because we should be going after the emissions, not worrying about having huge operations to take in a minimal amount a year when you could be ending gazillions more per every single minute. Okay, this is just look at this. I mean, part of their huge operation. Okay, but this is just how the Earthshot Prize doesn't give Earth a shot. Okay, I mean, they just don't. Mickey Mouse stuff, ineffective stuff. This isn't effective. Okay, it does work. I guess it does, put CO2 into rock and it stays permanent. But but it should just never be happening. This is not a solution. The solution is we end our abuses. We live responsibly. But now here, they put this out on Facebook, okay, and they're proud of themselves. Now, how would they know what Earthshot is preventing? Well, except of course I tell them. So this is the disposable video I put out last night. That was my Sunday video. I explained the highlights here to them. And then this guy here, now their website doesn't have a contact, but they do right here. So I took the liberties of making another friend the way I do. And sorry to be the one to tell you, but Will and Kate have prevented the light years best environmental education and agenda since before Won't Give Earthshot Prize started. And then I tell them who else has been preventing solutions and what's needed. I give them the movies. And tomorrow's video, that should ever know, is about you. But short and sweet, is he going to care? No. Is he going to go, hey, Will, Kate, man, we got to step up to the plate, okay? That this girl could do a gazillion times better than me, and we're keeping all of this good from being done. And if you need to understand, click on that link right here, and you're going to come to this page here, and you can get some more details about why this is important. Just it doesn't take that long, but you can see how this would do light years better than what the Won't Give Earth a Shot prize is out, you know, acting as if they are just actually caring about the earth and giving it a chance and doing good and honoring people that are achieving of great significance. Okay. And that is exactly what they're not doing. And speaking of not doing, oh, that's right. Um, yeah, Ollie, that girl, the heroes amongst us. Well, I did chat with her today a little bit. It's going to be tomorrow's video. She doesn't seem that interested in solutions, even though, I mean, she was out giving press saying, we're mad, man. I can't believe, like, the generation before us has let it get this far. And, like, we need solutions. We need to. Now, she doesn't have any, like everybody else, okay? But I was like, well, like, people you partner with, it just none of them are interested. Like, I have solutions. And she's just like, well, I mean, like, that's who I work with. So, like, why are you even calling me? And allegedly, she's going to give me a call back tomorrow because she had to reschedule. That's why we talked today. She had to reschedule. But we'll see. I'm not counting on her calling back. And she said, I'll call you. I was like, oh, okay. 6 a.m. I'm getting up to talk to her in the morning, and I'm not even sure if she's calling. And so far today, she could not care less about solutions and using her voice and going, hey, Boston Garden, why don't we lead with reusable stadium concessions, and getting all of her friends on board to get so much done? No, 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 no. We'll see. I'll let you know because she's my next video. So stay tuned, people.